No, just stand over here. That's okay. Is this comfortable?
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Verily, all praise and thanks are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our creator, owner, and sustainer. And may the peace and blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be upon the most esteemed leader and most honorable teacher, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, his family, his companions, and those who follow him until the day of judgment. Allahumma ameen. First and foremost, I would like to thank Sister Fatima for inviting us all, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, as well as Brother Isa and Abu Sahibu. I'm familiar with a few individuals, and alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, there's a lot of new and beautiful faces that I'm getting to see right now, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. And first and foremost, I would like to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this opportunity to speak to you guys and share some thoughts and knowledge, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, with you guys. And last but not least, every single person here that came to celebrate and to acknowledge our sister Fatima and her huge accomplishment and the struggles that she's been through and everything else that she has. Alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. Before I start, I would like to mention what Abu Sahibu and Sister Fatima mentioned is the full meal, right? So I'm just going to give a little bit of dessert, inshaaAllah. If you guys haven't eaten already, dessert, yeah. Some people like to start with the dessert, some people like the full meal. Alhamdulillah, so there's going to be, the reason why I say that is because what I'm about to share with you is not the important thing today. What is the important thing? What our sister Fatima shared with you guys. And the advices that she mentioned, the things that she has learned. I wish that she could speak a little bit longer so we can learn a little bit more. Because, our elders here, alhamdulillah, Isa did his best to translate. I think I got a lot of the information, alhamdulillah. And our elders shared with us a lot of information that was beneficial. Wallahi, you guys deserve the utmost respect. And I feel very humbled standing in front of you guys today. To share a few things with you guys, and I appreciate the opportunity, alhamdulillah. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept the Hajj of our sister Fatima and to elevate her in her status and grant her Jannat al-Firdaus while she's alive, and even more so when she passes, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And everyone here to grant them Jannat al-Firdaus. And I want to let you guys know, alhamdulillah, I'm not a scholar, I'm not a sheikh, I'm just a speaker and a student of knowledge that I want to share with you guys some of the things that I see to be beneficial, bi-idhnillah. And one thing that I would like to mention is, I know if anybody doesn't speak English, I apologize. For maybe someone can summarize and explain, inshallah, because I know my grandmother, whenever she hears someone speak English, she's almost like sleepy a little bit. So if anybody cannot understand English, then some of the brothers or somebody that understands will be able to translate. And for those who don't know me, my name is Hussein Mahmoud. My job is to do professional speaking as well as coaching people and helping them with their goals and dreams. And inshaaAllah, I know everyone here has goals and dreams. True or false? True or false?
True.
Okay. I would love to get a little bit of energy, because the more you guys respond to me, the more I know everybody's paying attention and listening, alhamdulillah. And that way, I can benefit and you guys can benefit as well. So feel free to yell at me without beating me up, inshallah. So, everyone here has goals and dreams. True or false?
True.
True or false?
True.
Alhamdulillah. Very true, right?
True.
Everybody has goals and dreams.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So the thing is, when we have these goals and dreams, there's problems and challenges that stand in our way. And these problems and challenges, we really have to understand what they are so we can overcome them to get to our
dreams.
to get to our goals, to do these things, right? And a part of this is to understand that we've already accomplished so much. You know, we've accomplished so much. So it's important for us to take the opportunity to see that we need to be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because once we are grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, guess what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala elevate us and give us more, right? Because if I'm not mistaken, I heard Sister Fatima and Abu Sahib mention alhamdulillah, right? How many times did they say that? More than a lot, right? Because when you are grateful, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will increase that for you. But today I want to present to you guys one important thing. That this message is to myself first, and then everyone else. We have this problem called love of the dunya. We love the dunya so much. It's like it has this shackle on us, right?
Isa, apa ni nak kau ni saya makan, wallahi dunia ni bukan. Ala serifa la lulu ni, ibana serifa la lulu ni, ele suye de masela, suye girika. Itu mana la.
She said, like, if you go to Makkah,
Yeah.
the lot and Isha, each Salah from Fajr to Isha,
Yeah.
they're gonna pray on the dead body. People
Subhanallah.
passing away all the time.
During the Hajj?
He said in Makkah, you forgot to do that. You
Subhanallah.
never gonna remember. You forgot. You forgot to do that. Because every prayer,
There's Salah in the
the many people die, and every salah, they take away the body from the mosque. This is that means to see that you can think about
It
the
reminds you every time.
You think it's something different, not a dunya.
Alhamdulillah. So our sister Fatima got the medication, right?
Absolutely.
Alhamdulillah, she took a lot of the medication. That's what we're all benefiting from today. So, starting with myself, we need that medication. We need that medication because we love the dunya so much. You know, I remember the Shaykh at the Imam Dr. Ziyad, Masjid al-Huda, he was talking about we became like animals, right? All we think about is wake up for work, go to work, play around after work, waste time on social media or whatever other wasting time there is, and then we go back to sleep. And then to repeat that every single day. What about remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? What about praying your salah on time? And at least praying your salah. What about paying your zakat? Now, if you don't have enough wealth, then you don't have to pay. But if you have it, you have to pay. How many of us think about that? What about fasting at least during Ramadan, if not every Monday and Thursday, or the white days, which are 13, 14, and 15?
Or making a lot of zikr.
Making a lot of exactly, remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have to be able to do that, bi'idhnillah. And last but not least, the amazing goal that our sister Fatima achieved, Hajj. Hajj. Wallah, I see people who come back from Hajj, they're different. You remember, before they go to Hajj, they're so stressed and they're worried about everything. And then they go to Hajj, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes it back and they send them back here, right? And they're happy, they're smiling, they're enjoying their life, right? And then after a little bit, the stuff slowly piles back, right? Insha'Allah, the thing that I want to share with myself and you is that I think we gave to the dunya a lot. And I see people shaking their heads, so we can all agree. We gave the dunya so much. Now the question is, what are we giving our akhirah? What are we giving our akhirah? That's most important, right? Because if people truly understood the value of this dunya and the value of the hereafter, they wouldn't they'll put very little time in the dunya besides the means that they need to give. And they'll put the rest of the time that they have in the akhirah. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَالْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ وَأَبَقَى. That the hereafter is much better for you. The hereafter is much better for you. But we are chasing after the dunya. The people that chase the dunya and everything that they think about is only the dunya, they have three problems. And this is what our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said. Number one is they will have their affairs scattered all over the place. You ever see the person that can't get anything right? They're chasing everything every single day. They're working hard, but when you look at what they have, is nothing. Right? That's exactly what the Prophet ﷺ said. If you focus on this dunya, you will start to see everything that your affairs will be scattered all over the place. What's the second thing that will happen? Poverty will be stricken in between your eyes. You'll be poor. You won't have any self-contentment. You're always stressed, anxiety, 24/7. Every single day you wake up, the kid do one little thing, you're stressed, you're blowing up, right? And you're screaming all over the place, and you don't even know why. It's because we have this stress of loving the dunya. And the last thing is, he mentioned, subhanallah, he said, no matter how hard you work, you will not get more than what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decreed for you. You will not get more than what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decreed for you. So you can run all day, and here's the thing that I will say. I'm not saying don't work hard. I'm not saying don't put it overtime. I'm not saying all of these things with the family, right? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what you need and how hard you need to work. But the problem is giving 100% of yourself to the dunya while you give 0% to the akhirah. That's the problem. The problem is not that you work and you support your family and you get enough money to go to Hajj. That's not the problem. The problem is 0 towards akhirah and 100% towards dunya. You will have your affairs scattered. You will have poverty hit right between your face. This is not what I said. This is what the Prophet ﷺ said. And you will not get more than what you were decreed to get of your sustenance. Now, let's look at the person who's focused on the akhirah. What will the person, subhanallah, what will the person who's focused on the akhirah get? Wallah, it makes me sad because I know myself and how much I'm focused on this dunya. I know every single day the only thing that I think about is this dunya. And it's a very sad thing because I know this is the problems that I have.
It doesn't take you anywhere.
It doesn't take you anywhere. Like a hamster in a wheel, right?
Yeah.
You know the mouse in the wheel? He's running every single day, he's running, but the thing is right there. He's not going anywhere. So the person who's focused on the dunya is only that. That's all they get. Scattered everywhere, nothing is working for them. Even if they're going to the masjid, yeah? Forget the people who are not going to the masjid. Even if you're going to the masjid, you're praying, or the sisters who are praying in their house, even if you're praying your 5 times a day, same situation. It's the intention. It's how you feel about it. It's what you believe about it. Do you truly believe in what you're doing? Or you're only doing it for your mother, or your sister, or your brother, they told you. For the youngsters that are listening. Because I know the older generation know they've been through all of that. They don't care about what other people think anymore. Right?
That's true. That's why so many people, sometimes you can pray because of your mother-in-law or your father-in-law. If you die there and do it, they're going to say, oh,
he's a bad person or something.
Why did I give my dollar to this guy? He's not a Muslim.
Yeah,
so you have to pray. I saw many things like that in my life. We came from Africa. In country, he said, especially my country, he said that we are 95% Muslim in the country. But 95%, that's what we see.
Yeah.
But we don't know from God, how many
Practice.
percent a Muslim is in your country? You don't know. So, but like you said right now, so you think about yourself. Think about yourself and think about what is between you and God in your heart. Because my dad was saying to me, yeah, when the people get three different education in entire life, you have three different kind of education.
levels, yeah.
The first one is given to you by your dad and mom. When you born, you know only the two people first. Dad, mom, and they give you the way to go. And you grow up, you start going to school, so whatever Islamic school or any other school, you make your friends. And those friendships, you learn in other kind of
Different level of education.
Yeah. That's the second education. But that said, the best one, when you get to 14, 15 years old, the way you give to yourself, that is the best one. It's the best more than the two first education.
Yeah.
You know the good things and the bad things.
Yeah.
And you find that you got some friends at school or they are bad, they miss the classes, they don't respect anybody. If you follow these people, you are lost. And when you find that the people like the school and they respect the teacher, respect the old people, and you follow this, you are a good boy. And finally, at the 15 years old, 16, 17, 18, you give to yourself now a best one. But which one is the best one? Between what your dad and mom said to you, respect your friend, respect your people, respect your family, and is that way you have to follow, or the friend tell you, hey, miss the class today, let's go, just forget about it, let's go dance, let's go dance.
Yeah.
And so, which one is the best? Now you have to give yourself one way, and that way is the best one. That's why my dad said that the third education is the best one, the way you give to yourself. If you said follow the bad people, good luck, go ahead, go. But you're gonna get to pay for that. And then you follow the good people, you're gonna get to pay too. And maybe you're gonna wait. It's not gonna be for so long. Life is so short. You have to accept that.
Absolutely.
It's so short. Even you stay alive for 100 years old, it's so short. The time going fast. One day you're gonna see yourself and the people. I saw somebody send me a text when you came. I don't know. Maybe let's go with your pressure. When you done, I'm going to find this around here. And I let you people know that. So somebody sent me as a text, and when I read it, I was just so shocked. Then I find out that's the truth.
Yeah.
If the people can understand that,
Yeah.
they have to step down. Okay, brother, just.
Jazakallah khair. Jazakallah khair. So if I'm understanding correctly, your parents is the first knowledge, your teachers and friends, and then self-education. And the best one is the self-education.
The one you give to yourself.
Absolutely.
Because we don't know. We see in America, many kids don't respect their parents.
Subhanallah,
You said to your kid, hey, he said, I saw many kids tell the dad say, hey, stop doing this. He said, why? He asked him why. He said, I told you, stop do it. He said, why? But I tell you, stop doing it. Why are you asking me why? I said, why? And I saw that many times. No, because you can't step your you want to know why.
Yeah.
And so if you tell him why, he's going to say, Nah, I don't care. I will do it. So, and that's
I know they're from America, so I know they didn't say that in Africa.
Yeah, no.
Because as kids, we know not to say stuff like that in Africa.
No way. So I said the same thing my dad said. I teach the same thing to my children. So, they said if we have another God to pray. If you have another God to pray, you should pray your teacher. Your parents give you life, because they are you born or they give you, but to give you sight is your teacher. The teacher gives sight. Because you come in, no dad, no mom can teach you. They just have you as a child, and they take care of you. They have to do whatever they have to do their best for you, and take you to school. You must respect your teacher like you respect your God too. My mom, I remember when I was going to school, my mom never. If I see my teacher coming and give some stuff, my mom said, "Hey, leave my stuff. Go grab your teacher's stuff, and take your teacher's stuff home before you come back to heaven." So I give you that. Go help your teacher first. And why they do that? Because my mom can teach me. She can teach me nothing. She just teach me how to respect the people outside, and that's it. But open the world for me, she can. It's the teacher tell me what number 1 plus number 2 equals number 2. Well, number 1 plus number 1 is number 2. It's the teacher can tell. My mom doesn't know that.
Yeah.
And so for that, if you have another God, is gonna be your teacher first. And because we learn it too, God will ask everybody about your teacher. We learn that. So the judgment day, God will ask you, who was your teacher? He's not going to ask you your dad. He is not going to ask you who was your mom, your dad. He's going to ask you who was your teacher. This is the one give you sight, open your heart. And you should know your teacher. So I have to respect your teacher. It should be a right thing, or it should be obligation. Everybody have to respect the teacher, whatever is your teacher. If I saw you, like right now, you are our teacher right now. We need to give respect. Everyone have to respect us. Because what you teach us, what you say to us, if you listen, we understand. And I think that can help us to change, or minimum change anyway. Because like everybody like this world dunya, but it doesn't take you anywhere. You love, you like, you go sleep, you wake up, you go to work, you come back home. It's the same thing every single day. Eat, so. But something you don't like it, but you can stop doing it. Something you don't like it. For example, if you can eat, you're not going to poop anywhere for the rest of your life, everything is okay in your body. You like that. Because of go to the bathroom, waste your time. But you have to. So when the time coming, you have to go to the bathroom and feel yourself. That's why I said, thank you, brother, anyway. So we keep listening to you. I think you're doing something very good, very, very good. And may God bless you for your question.
For you as well, inshallah. And I appreciate you sharing that with me and everybody else. Alhamdulillah, I think, we don't give our elders enough time to teach us. So it's important to take as much as we can. So Jazakallah khair. Inshallah, I know the time is ticking, so I'll try to summarize and wrap up. Bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So we saw the person who's focused on the dunya, what they have, right? Now let's look at what our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned. The people who are focused on the akhirah, what will they get? What will the people who are focused on the akhirah get? Just like the people of the dunya, they got 3 things. The Prophet ﷺ mentioned the people who are focused on the akhirah have 3 things. Just like our sister Fatima, when she went to Hajj, and even before and after, everything around her world was akhirah, right? Because she was thinking about the grave. She was thinking about death. She was thinking about judgment day. And she was thinking about not going to hell and making it to heaven, Jannah. So this is what was preoccupying her mind, right? What does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give people like our sister Fatima when everything about their life is about the akhirah? Number 1, He said, it brings all of their affairs together. Subhanallah. Can you see how the whole family came together? Was this ever happening before? No, I don't even know. Allahu Alam, maybe it has. Maybe that's the barakah, right? But the standard, the norm, people don't come together like this. Not usually, right? Everybody's busy 24/7, right? Chasing after everything else. Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought everything back together for her. And inshaaAllah, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to continue that for her and bless us with that as well. What is the second thing? The second thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does, He gives them contentment. Tatma'inna. He gives them contentment. Right? He gives them peace and calm in their heart. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes all the stress away. I mean, it comes back a little bit, but a lot of it is gone, right? There's a lot of the stress. So happy to see everybody, right? And there's not too much inside, right? And you feel at peace. You wake up and you're like, subhanAllah, there's a lot of time left, right? And you think to yourself, but the other person, he thinks, man, what about this second? What about this second? How about this? And 24/7, he's thinking about the minutes he's missing. But our sister Fatima and the people that are focused on the Akhirah are thinking about what they have. And that is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He gives them tatma'inna. He gives them contentment and satisfaction within. And the last thing, he said, that our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives the people who are focused on the Akhirah is that the dunya comes to their door. Even if they don't want it. The dunya comes under their feet. Right? You turn away from the dunya, and the dunya is chasing you. Just like a man that you don't want, or a woman that you don't want, right? The moment you say, oh, I don't want you, that's the moment they keep calling you and all these things. They do so many things, right? And when it's about the business, now everybody's calling you. We have this opportunity for you, that opportunity for you. But you don't want anything more than what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you. So you're already happy and content. So bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, as I summarize and conclude, remember, which one are you focused on? It's either the Akhirah and you know what you're going to get. Or it's either the dunya and you know what you're going to get. The person who's focused on the dunya, the most they get is the dunya. But the person who's focused on the Akhirah, not only gets the Akhirah, but they also get the dunya. Both. Right? It's like the person who's chasing two chickens. They don't get anything. They waste their time and their energy. But if you say, I want this one, you catch it, right? And then the other one comes back for his friend. And you're like, okay, you take both of them. So this is the reality of the dunya. So I appreciate you guys' time. I would like to thank our sister Fatima again, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shower you with mercy. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your Hajj. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you Jannatul Firdaus. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make you a gateway for all of our families to follow. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow you to continue to lead by example for us. Because this is a real example, right?
So, na netu we have bonde ta maka ka fonyo ko se fana kana American barake parce que American bara etena seri be ka wati boka fa kunya wa maka kana American barake ka seri biuta dani ngo to maka rinka bimu ko susu ka fefete na ko ka go alai wa ya fama ye ba fa nyena kana American bara dani ka seri biuta bonde na kira ali kuna sini wale na baadhi kana mani jara simboni afaka rutaka ngenge rutaka ndio sebe ya falumi hapo kuna kasi parce que nina parce que depuis nera wa maka seri beka awatira nera nana ne seri de seri wati teta ne ko kasi
alhamdulillah. Yeah, she said it before. That was the wish was when I go to Makkah, if the guy that accepted to go to Makkah, when I came back, I'm not going to one because I don't want to, because I know right now I'm working, I miss many free time. And so at work, that is something embarrassed me a lot. And so when she came back, she returned from Mecca. She last that she started working, and she talked to the manager and said, I need to be retired now. And she thinks they set it up before for retirement. She don't want to be retired because she don't want to miss one thing. I mean, she don't want to miss anything. She wants to be on time, very on time. And she has to do her own business. She know what time she has to pay and what time she has to do the business. There is nobody telling. And that's the story right now. She wanna start. She wants to be in NDS hospital, and she wanna start working there. She just keep her mind to God. So and that's the dream. And make Allah give so accomplish your dream. I want this is the teacher. I don't know many people who speak French here.
Il a la kalan kɛ joona il a la kalan kɛ ɲɔgɔn comme su bɛ taga quoi.
Parenthèse dɔ de k'a fɔ dɔrɔn c'est for the people I can speak I can explain to you the show for they said réfléchissons nous be français mais comme quand maintenant Ayatina qu'on va mettre. Réfléchissons un instant sur ce qui suit. Notre naissance est arrivée par les autres. Notre nom est donné par les autres. Nous avons été éduqués par les autres. Notre revenu provient indirectement des autres. Notre respect est donné par les autres. Notre premier bain est donné par les autres. Notre dernier bain sera fait par les autres. Notre prière mortuaire sera faite par les autres. Et nous serons amenés à notre dernière demeure par les autres. Et tout ce que nous possédons sera hérité par les autres. Donc, n'est-il pas grand temps que nous apprenons à vivre en paix et en harmonie avec les autres, car que nous le voulions ou pas, tout au long de notre vie, nous aurons toujours besoin des autres. Voilà. Donc, bon, ça c'est... Yeah.
My brother.
Yeah.
Salam alaikum.
Salam.
Thank you for coming.
Appreciate it.
Dunya is not nothing. What the reason we call you to come here because you love Allah. So for example, we see many people here. How can you go to the mosque to find somebody for you to do that? And you follow direction? Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
She wants to mark that too. But,
Allah help you to make Hajj for you. Thank you. No, it's not easy. It's not about money. Allah help you.